story.
Why?
What?
Why?
Or what?
Why'd you make me start it?
We were saying some funny shit.
Well, now the moment's gone.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Something about Kyle.
So like,
in the pool.
Yeah.
Kyle was in the pool.
So guys, before we started the recording, Sean was talking all about, and I shit you not, how he would fuck Alex so good.
I would bone Alex
As if
so
Alex
goddamn hard.
wouldn't be the top, clearly.
So, no.
Yo.
Alex would want to be the top. That doesn't
I would not want to be involved in this fantasy regardless.
In a situation where I'm boning Alex, I'm 100% the top.
Yeah, in the situation that you're fucking him, yeah, you're on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, oh, so I love fucking you. I mean, I want to. I don't dream about it at all. That's what he said.
I didn't say that.
And then I thought...
I'm pretty sure you did.
Alex seemed slightly shocked. So I was like, Alex, don't you remember at Nick's pool in, let's just say the year 2015? I don't know what year it was.
Something like that. That was a while ago. Whenever I came out.
When our friend Kial Brun...
To the guys.
Where'd you come out of?
The
closet, my guy.
Our friend Kial found out. He's like, "Is this true, Sean?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, if you could, did he say fuck any one of us, or did he just say, it was?"
I think
Kyle. He probably said.
I think
fuck.
he asked. This probably isn't like verbatim, but he asked something close to like, Sean, out of all our friends.
Everyone there at the time.
Everyone here at this time. Who would you fuck?
Yeah.
And
Sean goes.
Right off the fucking
you
top.
being Kyle. Alex or Ryan.
Yeah, I remember
and I know Ryan's listening. And then, of course, after that, Kyle Brown. So he presses. He's like, no, you gotta pick one. And then, no hesitation. Ryan.
No hesitation whatsoever. I'd fuck Ryan.
I'm not even sure that Kyle finished his sentence before he went, Ryan. Ryan swam to the other side of the pool.
Ryan's cute.
I'm your host, Din. Young Kachow, Young Gotham, back at it again.
Young Gotham.
Today, I'm joined by Sean and Alec. Alec, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I'm also joined by Alex, that's with an X. Ander, if it helps you.
Mm-hmm.
Alex
with an S, Ander.
Alec Ander.
Yeah, they call me Alec Ander.
All the time.
Anyway,
off camera.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Happy for you.
I do have one question though.
Yeah,
what's up, man?
You guys tell me that you don't sleep naked? Do you sleep naked?
The only reason that I don't is because I share a house with 4 other family members.
Okay.
Fair.
That's fair.
And I have a room literally not even divided by a wall from Zane.
So when you and your lady...
Oh, definitely.
You will?
1,000.
I'm just asking.
1,000%.
Now me, like, I'm not the most, like, I'm not organized. I leave trash and shit in places.
No.
He's really.
Yeah.
Trash and shit.
You shit.
No, you're the one with shit on his floors occasionally, but
That's the dogs. Puppy shitting.
that's what he says. That's what he claims. What the dog doing? Turns out the dog was shitting the whole time. Anyway, but I'm actually like weirdly clean about the weirdest things.
Like your hands.
By that I mean my asshole. I have.
We went over this. We've gone over this.
No, like I have to shower with antibacterial hand soap so that I can like guarantee that my asshole is clean before I like dry myself with my towel.
Like hand soap in your ass?
Antibacterial hand soap.
Why does it have to be?
Like I snatched it off the sink and put it in the shower.
Why
That's
not?
why the fucking mat is wet.
He never puts it back
I will
on the sink.
never wash my hands here again. Ever. Right.
I don't insert it into my anus. What the fuck?
Well, if you're digging around in there and you're reaching out for the hand soap, what if you got to go back for a second?
Well, see, I usually have.
Buddy.
We usually have a hand soap.
Yeah.
So there's a hand butt soap and a hand soap.
Alex,
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't reach out for the hand soap like after I've dug into my anus.
I'm saying. Okay, one pump. You start doing your business.
No.
You go back for a second.
No, I do 2 pumps in one hand and then 2 pumps in the other. One goes on my dick and balls, and the other goes on my anus.
Okay, see, that was the question.
Yeah, there. Well, you didn't ask a question. You said, "No, I'm not using the hand soap at your house ever again."
I don't feel
you're gross, son. You're disgusting.
I don't feel like the antibacterial hand soap can be good for like moisturization of your balls and ass. That's just me.
That's what sweat's for.
We're just using it to clean.
I'm super clean.
Yeah, no,
He's not putting it on there and just leaving it raw.
No, I know that, but like, you know how if you wash with like hotel soap and your skin's like fucking dry as shit?
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's bar soap, and it's fucking disgusting. If you wash yourself with bar soap, you're gross.
Unless you use Dr. Squatch.
Yep.
That shit's the best.
Is there butthole soap?
Probably. There is a... I'll tell you what. I went with my fiance to this makeup store she wanted to go to. We were in the city, and I was just perusing around as one does when she's looking at her thing, and I'm just fucking examining my surroundings.
You know how shopping with ladies be?
And I come across this fucking cream, and I'm like, "What is this?" It's like a rainbow, like it almost looks like just like fluff. Just like a fluffy,
this gay,
chalky
fluffy cream.
Tri-foam at the car wash.
And fucking... I read
Who doesn't
it
wash
closer.
their butthole with trifle?
I read it closer. And fucking... It's for women to make sure that they can put this cream on to make sure that their buttholes in like vaginal area don't smell. It's like specifically booty hole cream.
That's called a common fucking courtesy. If you want your ass ate, you gotta shave. You gotta make sure that shit's clean, right?
I just
Lucky
did a cardinal sin, boys. I just touched my eyes after eating that jalapeno sandwich. I'm dying right now.
I can press the lap button unless you go rinse.
It's alright. They'll just water it out.
It's that.
Dude, what you gotta do is you gotta hold your eyes open, let your tears.
I think you should wash your hands before you do that. But
No, like just.
But he's never gonna wash his hands.
It's alright. I had a Philly cheesesteak with jalapenos, and I just rubbed my eyeballs. So we're hanging in there.
Hell yeah, we're living.
Mm-hmm.
But
They also have butt masks.
Anyway,
masks.
So
what?
Yeah, to make your booty smooth. You know, like a face.
I was picturing
mask?
like a actual face over the face mask.
Well, no, that's like a dental dam, like for your beehole.
Well, women probably like shave their whole ass. I'm sure I know I got some hairs on my ass. I want to be shaving that every fucking day.
We gotta go back to.
Can we get off of ass hair?
We gotta go back to a couple things real quick. First off, I'm still picturing you pushing your car through the car wash, getting out, laying on the hood, and getting that
you like the little comments about the trifoam?
I liked it.
The ultimate wash.
And back to the original question. So if you don't sleep nude, what do you sleep in?
Only my
underwear.
Boxers, right?
Yeah, literally, like I only sleep nude if like I've showered because I know my booty hole's clean. I'm not gonna get anything
back on the booty
that it touches like dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna.
He's just afraid.
Why are you worried?
He's afraid to leave fudge spots on his comforter.
It's not even fudge spots. It's just germs.
I think
like shit germs.
I also
the bad
wear
ones.
gym shorts.
Gym shorts.
I do sometimes. Like if I'm staying somewhere, like I do. If I don't know the person, I'll wear like gym shorts over my. But like if I'm comfortable with you.
Straight up tidy whities.
Yeah, I sleep in my fucking boxers.
He just comes out, makes his toast and eggs, and tidy whities.
I've got like certain like boxers that I wear like when I wear clothes, and I have like certain boxers I wear just to sleep. Those are like the expansive ones, the comfy ones.
Yeah, I got these Hanes on right now that are like to die for.
Oh really?
Yeah,
they're good.
Yeah, these Hanes are like they have a pouch for like
your balls,
your area.
That's where I keep my stats.
Change.
Yeah,
keep Skittles in there.
And and like this is the first time I speak because I was a Fruit of the Loom from Walmart boxer brief guy, but these Hanes are like so soft and I've never experienced a pouch for my goods.
Just be ready because I also went through a big Hanes spell and almost every single one. I mean, it's been years now, but has holes in the bottom.
Like man.
Yeah, just wear and tear over the years, but. I know it's more on the expensive side, but the best underwear I've ever owned was Pair of Thieves. Not a sponsor.
Thieves?
Pair of Thieves. They're so soft. They're so comfortable. You will, if you ever buy them, you will never buy another.
Do they sell those anywhere?
Target. I see what Target.
Target
Online.
Fuck.
But I get them through at Target all.
We live far as shit from Target.
Did everybody come with a
We got
topic
Target
today?
Sort of.
I did.
We got a game to play?
Yeah, I brought a new game. Either that or new Would You Rathers, but it's up to you.
It's whatever.
Let's do it.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
What it is? What it is, buddy?
We're changing the format a little bit.
Yeah, we're doing the games first.
But video's coming.
I like Would You Rathers. They're interesting.
Okay.
I think you're stupid.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to play the new game, we can, or you can save it for video.
No, it's all right. We can. The new game, I have a little bit of. I just have to organize the questions better anyway. But in the meantime, I do need because the Would You Rather I had we already used, so I do need to find one more.
That's fine.
So talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I got a topic actually.
I also have a topic.
All right. What would y'all do with a time machine? What do you think you'd do?
Like the first thing I did, like you saying, like what
if you had?
Would I want to do?
All right. So you're going back in time. All right. What I want to know.
Wait, this time machine can only travel in the past?
Yes. It can
Okay,
only go in the past. Because I
can only go in the past?
Because, as always, I would like for you to shut the fuck up.
Yep, can only go in the past?
Yeah.
So I can't come back?
Can't come back.
So there's two of me.
You can come back.
Okay.
Alright, so you can only go to the past, alright?
Yeah.
And, like, you can make, like, one thing happen.
So, like...
Right? Like,
frankly...
Some people would be like, oh, I'd kill Hitler. Okay?
Sure.
How are you going to make that happen? How are you going to come from, like, Missouri and go all the way to Germany in whatever, and kill or 1872, sorry. I forgot when Hitler was born. And kill Hitler.
Frankly,
how you doing?
I ain't doing anything for anybody else. If something I do happens to benefit someone else, then cool. But like, you're not going back in time and not hooking yourself up.
Exactly. I'm buying like stocks of.
Well, if you're going back, you don't get to come back to the future. So it's like all the whole betting aspect and getting rich off of it is like out the window. Like at that point, you're just going. So I would honestly, the first thing that came to my mind is a point in my life where I think I really fucked up. I would just go back right before that to not fuck up.
Honestly, if I'm a kind of adventurous, I would kind of want to go back to like when pirates were a thing.
No, sure, absolutely, that'd be awesome. But then you're also running the risk of like untreatable diseases and shit being modern medicine for now. Like it's just.
But would you
be
go
the most
back
knowledgeable motherfucker?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would go back with the knowledge you had. So I would just bring a ton of oranges with me. Easy.
Alec would never have scurvy.
Or be like,
never.
Or be like, let's go on a South Pole expedition. We're eating penguins.
I'm buying GameStop stock.
Yeah. I mean, that was my first thought. Was like buying stock.
Or Bitcoin. What I would do.
Well, then you just can't go back too far because say you've only got 20, 30 years to live.
Yeah, go back like 8
Oh
years.
yeah, I know. These are just multiple things that I personally would do. Like, yeah, I think the first one is like set myself up.
Because don't get me wrong, there's things I'd want to go see. I'd want to go see like what dinosaurs were like. Right. But if I can't come back, obviously I ain't going.
No, you can you can go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just come back to a different. You come back to a different place, but not place, but like it's gonna be different because of what you changed.
Yeah, I would see. I got two different. I got like a tie for what I do. I think like the thing I would actually do is I would go back in time and start over from like 6th grade with everything I know and my current sense of humor. Because I had no fucking sense of humor back then. I took everything seriously. Like when I was in high school, I was in the bathroom one time taking a giant shit before wrestling practice.
Yeah.
And one of the guys like got some paper towels wet in the sink and threw them over into the stall and said they were pissing on them.
Mm-hmm.
See, present me would think that's fucking funny. Because I know they ain't pissing on them. Or I'd hope they ain't. And,
it smelled like piss.
It smelled like piss. But, no, like, present me would think that was fucking funny. And past me was about to beat someone's ass.
So...
Freshman Sean Willie was about to beat someone's ass.
So if you're saying go back to like 6th grade, Now, are you saying you would, like, de-age? Like, you would go back?
Yeah, I would de-age. I would just keep everything I know, right?
Okay.
Like, all the knowledge that I have.
If you give me the option for, like, a redo, then fuck yeah, take me back to when I was 5. I'll live life again.
Yeah.
Well, all that shit's fucking boring, you know? Like, I wouldn't, like, I don't know.
Boring?
If I could...
Before
childhood,
yes,
yeah,
bro. I didn't like socialize before 6th grade. I didn't have hardly any fucking friends.
Yeah, but if you're telling me that I could keep everything I know now and be a 5-year-old, I would be a millionaire.
No. But see, if I could go back and I think you got it all wrong. If I went back to when I was 5 years old and I knew everything I do now, I would have to either like be a great fucking actor or people would think I was fucked.
True. You would be Stewie Griffin.
I would be Stewie Griffin. Like I would be like studied or like
Fuck, Mom.
my
Give
mom
me some pancakes.
my mom would be like, why the fuck is like my son just reacts so calmly to everything and like talks in like full sentences with perfect grammar.
Stop shitting his pants overnight.
He even knows how to cuss in Spanish. What the fuck? But no, like it. So I would go back into like 6th grade and start from there with everything I know, and I would just like do it all again, but better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
But the other thing I would do is I would find a way to bring Steve Harvey back with me, and have him be like a judge at the Nuremberg trials.
Wait, what did you say?
I would have him be a judge at the Nuremberg trials.
Sean.
They did what with the trains?
Jesus Christ.
Think about how Steve Harvey would react to that shit. I mean, come on now. That shit would be hilarious.
It would be.
Especially if it was televised, which it wouldn't be because it was 1945.
I've
46, you know, something like that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I'll go, would you rather
Honey,
if
not-
you're ready?
Not in my Germany.
Or if Alec was ready to go.
You have no Germany.
I'm talking about Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
Do you think he has a Germany?
He's rich enough, he probably owns Germany.
I don't think he does. He's still on Family Feud.
That's true. We have questions? We have things?
Speaking of Steve Harvey, like, you know, like, obviously, like, we're kind of too young for, like, all those game shows and stuff, but you know how, like, you think of, what was it, Wheel of Fortune, who's, or Jeopardy, I'm sorry. Wasn't that Bob Barker?
No.
Alex Trebek, bro.
Alex
Yeah.
Trebek.
And then wasn't
That was
Bob Barker?
Will Ferrell.
Bob Barker was Wheel of Fortune, wasn't he? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. What it was.
Pat Sajak has always been Wheel of Fortune. You're thinking of
what
Price
the
is
fuck is
Right.
Yeah, Price is Right.
Price is
Whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Now
that's
it's
what I say.
Drew Carey.
Come on down.
Well,
Come on now.
you know how like how they have like if they have a new guy take over, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Well, Steve Harvey changed that. He's the
Yeah.
only successful, in my mind, successful guy to go into a game show that already has a foundation
Mhm.
and made it his own
Did
thing.
he even do anything before that show?
He was a comedian.
Steve Harvey?
He's a comedian.
I don't know. Because who the fuck knows him outside of that show?
I just told you.
Okay, yeah, but
What?
you can't act like you watched anything.
I have
that
watched
is-
some of Steve Harvey's comedies. Not obviously at the time they were made because I'm
Yeah.
way too young to have watched that. But like my parents had Steve Harvey
No,
DVDs of like
he's
comedy
He
specials.
was a big deal. He's still a big deal. He just does. He does all kinds of shit. He's a judge.
What?
There's Judge Steve Harvey.
There's no fucking way.
There's I mean, he's not a real judge, but that's a show
Okay.
he has.
He hosts the Steve Harvey Morning Show, which I'm sure is a delight. Family Feud, Celebrity Family Feud, the Miss Universe competition, Family Feud Africa.
He is America's host at this point.
Yeah, basically. He might as well just run for president. I think he has a good chance of winning in
I
24.
mean, Family Feud has always done a good job about, like, when their hosts quit, finding a good replacement.
Because I don't know if it was the last one, but there's this like back in the 70s when Family Feud like started or whatever. It was a really, really weird white guy who would like literally like make out with the female contestant.
what?
Like he would
like
literally?
kiss 'em.
yeah, he would like kiss them and stuff. Like
Oh, that's fucking weird.
They
yeah.
wanted it.
And then Steve Harvey.
They would ask him.
That argument is not valid nowadays. She wanted it.
Well, he would ask them beforehand, but Yeah.
But it was weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, that would be weird to watch. The fucking host of a game show just making out with one of the contestants.
If you could go on any game show, what would it be?
Family Feud, easy. Family Feud or Jeopardy.
Ridiculousness and not on purpose.
That's not a game show.
Game show.
Game show?
Yeah.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
That's not a game
It's not a game show.
What's wrong with you, man?
Sean, there's only like a handful.
The Price is Right, and I would guess $5 every time.
I would want the best chance of success, so you can't pick something like Deal or No Deal or even Wheel of Fortune because it's mostly luck based.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Family Feud or
has to
Jeopardy.
be the right one.
It's like Family Feud or Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like those are the most entertaining anyway. Like, even if you don't win, they're fucking fun.
The only reason that I chose Jeopardy as my second one is because I grew up watching Jeopardy with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a bunch of, because you have to up your game on the
I went hard
Two Truths and a Lie. Yeah, so I have a bunch of useless information in my head that just kind of sits there because I watched Jeopardy with my dad growing up.
I have a bunch of useless information because it's all geography.
Let's play the game.
Yeah. All right. I got some Would You Rather. First one here is: Would you rather win $25,000 or have your best friend win $100,000?
I'd rather win $25,000.
But your best friend getting $100,000.
That's great, but I have $25,000.
Okay.
Locking
that one in.
You don't have a really good best friend, then, huh? You think I?
Yeah, that's the big question. Is whoever came to your mind when it said best friend, do you think that they would actually?
Would they give you more than $25,000?
Yeah, exactly. Because if I had $100,000, I'm sorry, but none of you are getting $25K. if you're the reason, sure.
See, I'm not good enough with money. I know if I got $100K, I wouldn't fucking it would be gone pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess it would depend. I guess the question depends on how you got it. Because if say I won, I can have a 25, or I can make the decision to give Sean 100. Now I would fully expect you to split if I'm the reason. But I guess it's not a lot of context on that question.
Yeah.
Whatever money I got would be helpful.
Well, yeah.
But I would rather just have $25,000 of my own money, rather than be like, Dan, you like me, right?
Got some money.
You already do that.
Or Alec.
So.
Yep.
I'll cook you bland food for the rest of your life if you give me at least $26,000.
Alrighty. Everyone taking the money?
Yeah.
I think
just give me the money.
Yeah,
Just give me the money.
Would you rather lose all feeling to your arms or legs for 3 hours a day? So 3 hours a day.
Arms.
Arms?
Arms easily. Because first of all, your arms include your hands, and you can play mystery lover for 3 hours.
Okay.
What if you can't pick the time? It's 3 hours in. It's 3 consecutive hours.
Oh, fuck!
But it's different every time. It's different every time.
I'm just thinking.
What do you mean it's different every time?
I
know what you're thinking.
Just thinking, bro, if I'm.
What happened?
He's thinking if he's jerking off. No,
I'm thinking if I'm just on a walk somewhere, fucking legs go out. It's just
like you fucking walk.
I think that wasn't funny.
Well, what if you're driving? You need both of these
bro,
things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Bro, even if you drive an automatic, right? You need to be able to hit the fucking brakes.
Yeah.
I guess I'm investing in a fucking Tesla.
You're dying down that
you're right. You need to be able to steer. You need to be able, but I drive a fucking stick. Okay? Now, so I don't get to choose when this happens?
Okay. Let's say we have to make it something individual. It's 12 to 3 every day.
12 a.m. to 3
12 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Arms.
What?
So those are 3 hours.
It's a lot more than 3 hours.
12 a.m. to 3 p.m. is 15
No, 12 p.m. Sorry.
12 p.m. to 3
12
p.m.
p.m. to 3 p.m.
Alright, I'm choosing arms. I'm being bitches, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I'm flailing my fucking arms around. I can't fucking do nothing.
Have you ever played loose arm fights?
I have not.
That's some fucking funny
I don't know if I feel like that's danger.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
I'm figuring out how to ride a bike like that one hippie guy that rides around town.
Yep.
Sammy?
That's
Sammy!
That's my boy.
Young Samuel. That dude's fucking
I've known
dope.
him my whole life.
It's overly excited exercising biking man.
Yep, overly excited exercising biking
He
man.
eats bacon.
Awesome.
His
And a
wife's
lot
dead.
of tofu.
I'm not saying there's a correlation.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Dog,
His wife is not dead.
What's going? No, we're not cutting that one. What's up with you, man?
I thought it was.
What's going
His
on?
wife is most definitely alive. Donna is alive.
My mom's
And,
wrong.
and kicking.
My mom's wrong.
Or I remembered what she said very incorrectly, and I deeply apologize to them.
Bro, how much did you drink before this?
This is my last beer.
What?
Of what, a 6-pack?
Mm-hmm.
And you started it today.
Yeah,
Why do you keep doing this?
it's fun.
You're one dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Taking his sorrows away. I get it.
Speaking of that just fucking
Do you have another
face
one?
palm. Hang on 1 second before you go.
I'm leaving.
On top of that face palm of a
Yeah, that was pretty
thing
cringe.
that Sean just did.
Pretty cringe.
His wife's dead.
His wife most certainly is not dead. There was a moment today at work. We were signing a card for a fan or
A fan.
no. We were signing a card for a family who we had an attendant working for them, and in the same week he lost his mom and his wife.
Goodness.
So we were signing like a condolence card, you know, like our condolences, so sorry for your loss,
Yeah,
all that
that'd be
stuff.
fucking rough.
There's a kicker.
Oh gosh.
Usually we get like the card, and we get like a long sheet of paper with like everybody's names on it from like upstairs and downstairs, and you mark your name off after you sign your thing on the card, and it gets passed to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 99.9% of the time they're birthday cards.
Sure.
So
Oh.
there was a
No.
Wow.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was
No.
not me.
Okay.
No,
All right.
But there has been a time where somebody has wrote on a condolence card, "Happy birthday."
It's like that one.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Like,
That's what whiteout is made.
like just think of if you're the person receiving this,
It's
reading
fucking
like all
terrible.
these like sad comments, like, "Oh, we're so sorry for your loss, prayers for your family," and then you just see "Happy birthday," and you're just like,
Someone did not get the memo.
no, somebody thought this was something completely different. But yeah, that's like on top of Sean's face palm. That's another face palm that I recently heard
That'd
of.
be fucking.
Alright, so we're all gonna lose feelings in our arms, right? You gotta have your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still just fucking thinking
I
like
tried to
randomly.
make
I would find a way.
Like if you're grocery shopping and you're just walking around Walmart and all of a sudden you lose your legs.
I tried to make a point to like, okay, well, how could keeping
That'd
your
be
arms
funny.
be more beneficial? And it's just not. You gotta have your legs, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to walk around.
Because even if you tried to handstand, you just have limp ass noodle legs like
And if
flopping
if
around.
we have any paraplegic listeners, we are fucked. So that's.
How do you do it?
Hey, I
Last-
actually help people who are paraplegic or disabled and in wheelchairs and things. So
Did you think saying
live-
disabled didn't cover the wheelchair?
live independently to the best of your ability and enjoy your life. Thank you.
Unless you sponsor us, we're not doing that.
Yeah, unless
ever.
you give money to us, we don't fucking care if you're a paraplegic. We don't really like.
Sean,
Last,
you can't say
last
that.
would you rather have access to a library of every book ever written, so you are the only one that has access to this library,
Okay.
or a museum of history of everything up until the 2000s? So a museum of history, or access to a library of every
That
book.
just mean
ever
like
written.
exhibits and shit.
So it would, yeah, like exhibits of everything up until the 2000s.
I'm probably taking the books.
Yeah, books.
See, that's the problem. Is yes, I have unlimited knowledge, but how much of it would I actually read?
Like, yeah, I'm lazy, but like, I don't go to museums anyway.
But in a museum, it's just it'd be like you just walk up and it's like, okay, here's everything that happened like this year or whatever. So I don't know. I was trying to.
That's
think
what
of this
Google is.
Huh?
That's what Google is. What happened in
Well, you can
1964?
Google anything you can find in a book too.
Well, you can't because not all books are on the Googs. But most things.
But most of what so he's just contradicting
Well,
himself
most things that have happened in history
I don't know.
is on the Googs.
I'm probably doing books.
Yeah, books. Plus, you have every Captain Underpants that's ever been written.
Yeah, bro. It's lit.
I do not read enough.
Kate would hate you for that answer.
Oh, I know. But
I don't read enough either, but like I'm also not gonna sit there and listen the whole. I'm not gonna hear everything they say about whatever.
And I'm not trying to walk around a big room
If I
with an
read it,
8-track
I'll remember.
no,
it.
if you've
with a
got
Walkman.
if you've got your own museum, you could spend your lifetime just in there, just learning about the facts of history. I think that's more intriguing to me than being able to look up any question I ever have.
I think
I mean, history's fine.
history's pretty dope.
Like
I
I
think
can have access to go the fuck to
Yeah.
sleep whenever I want.
I think I would take the books because like fiction's pretty fucking awesome, but also like being able to read like about like I need to find a book about that South like Pole expedition that went wrong because it's fucking dope. But also being able to read like all the great works by like John Maynard Keynes
Sure.
and all them fuckers.
I
The
would have.
philosophers.
I would have every Goosebumps that has ever been written.
Every book ever written.
I would have the original Bible.
That's true.
The OG.
That's true.
The Book of the Dead from Egypt.
That's a good way to look at it.
Now-
Do you think the Death Note would be in there?
Oh, 100%.
Hey, comic books are books.
If you
Then
had,
I'm gonna have to take the books. If the Death Note's in there, I'm taking.
Bro,
Every book that's ever been written.
bro, if you have the OG
Hey, the
Bible,
Death Note can be in there, but that doesn't
If
mean
you have
we
the-
can use it though.
if you have the OG Bible, you have to do me a huge favor and learn like ancient Hebrew.
It's
and-
Arabic.
It's Hebrew.
Yeah, but they wrote in Arabic back then.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they did
Are
not.
either of you
Fight.
Noah?
Fight.
Then I don't trust the word of either of you anyway. So
Hebrew was
This is-
around longer.
I cannot express how this will not matter to anybody. Listening.
The only joke I'm making is that he has to learn how to speak Hebrew, or read Hebrew at least, and tell fuckers, hey, you're wrong, gays are fine. That's all. That's all.
But that's a joke.
That's it. That's a joke.
You said so gays are not fine. That's what you're getting at?
No.
They're not.
What?
They're not fine.
They're totally fine.
Like attractive?
Then what's the
Not
joke?
all of them.
But you said-
No.
What's the joke then? If gays are okay.
Oh my gosh.
Did you just
The
slap
joke-
something else?
The joke is that... No, I did not. The joke is that it is totally unreasonable to expect you to learn Hebrew because it is very complex and weird. Okay? It's a very strange
But
language.
do you think that the original Bible
They don't
would
have
say...
the vowels.
So do you think that the original Bible says that gays are cool?
Maybe. I think it does.
But right now,
I-
gays aren't cool.
I think it's misinterpreted.
Right now.
I think it's misinterpreted because it's been interpreted like into Greek, and then into Latin, and then you have like 2 or 3 different translations before. Like we have the modern day, like what is it, the New James version?
I don't know who James
The-
is.
Me neither. I don't care what he has to say. He's a dumb
Let
fuck.
alone
Where?
the new one.
Where does one get a Bible? So hear me out.
A
Barnes and
hotel.
Noble.
You know, that's what I said.
Barnes and
like,
Noble.
Other than a hotel, where do you see? Like, can you just go purchase a Bible?
There
Where
are actually bookstores who have like really they're like personalized Bibles. So like Bibles like with the theme of like spring and love.
I'm
and,
sorry,
like,
but a
shit
personalized
like that.
Bible makes me want to throw up. And just because the word personalized, because if it's the Bible, I want it to be what
Jesus.
the Bible was, not some
Yeah.
fucking.
I will
Well,
say.
a man
growing
changing
up
facts.
and going to like vacation Bible school and like other like Bible camps and stuff, like we had like the New Adventures Bible, which was like a kid's Bible
Yeah.
that had like like pictures and shit in it. It's not like.
Now, did you do PSR through St. John?
Yeah, I had Wednesday
what
nights. Religion.
Did I do that? I don't think I was with you.
I know that it was the worst.
I am. I hated it. I only did it for 1 year because it was the year I switched over from Valley to St. Jude.
Yeah, I did it.
So I did it for half a year.
I hated it, dude. It was Wednesday nights.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
And the teacher hated Cade because Cade was so hard headed and like bullheaded that when she would be like, "No, this is how it's done." Cade's like, "No, you're wrong."
Wait, so you had it with Cade?
Yeah.
Why didn't I have it with you? Because if Cade's younger than I am and you're older than I am, and mine was Wednesday nights, I did it for half a year.
Yeah.
Were you in my PSR?
Probably.
I never heard of this.
It was Miss. It was Miss.
It's the chick with always with the glove because she had the fake hand.
Yeah, and she was super old and had glasses.
Yes, and I hate her face.
Yeah, and she. Yeah. Short little.
I
lady.
must have had it with you, but I don't really remember much of it. Rather, the only thing I really remember is like I had to pick my Archangel or whatever I want to be named after. I already knew the name I wanted.
I got those classes to have to go to like my first confession and then like my first communion.
See, I don't think I was in there with you because maybe you got it done before I was there because you're a year older than I am, so I would think you got it done before me.
Yeah.
Because I had a half a semester of religion classes I had to take, so I had to do fucking PSR for a half a semester.
Yeah. Y'all have a lot of extra steps.
What do you mean?
Just like extra classes and like names and shit.
You have confirmation name?
No, I never got confirmed. I've had my first confession and my first communion.
Yeah, so everyone's baptized here, right? You're baptized.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, my confirmation.
By Baptist, like the God intended, like the Lord intended.
Oh yeah. My confirmation name is Zachary.
Zachary.
Yeah, I never went far enough to get confirmed, but like I had a party for like my first communion and my first confession. And,
sure.
And then like I had my like Saint Michael or who's the saint that protects you?
I don't know that one.
Saint Christopher medal.
The only one I know is the one that helped you find shit. Is that Saint Andrew?
I don't know, but Saint Christopher.
I need that one.
Yeah,
I need that one.
You're supposed to pray to him whenever you lose something.
Which one is that?
I think it's Andrew. I'll fact check it.
Hey, I'm gonna be praying to Andrew all the fucking time.
Anthony, yes.
Anthony?
It was Saint Christopher medals were always like they were a thing for people like just for protection.
Right.
Hey Tone, where the fuck is my charger?
Keys at? Where's my charger?
Hey Tone, where the fuck my charger? Hey Tone.
God bless.
You're fucked up.
Jesus, I can't believe.
See, like all I had when I was a youngin', I got dunked in a hot tub without the heat or the jets on. that was it.
They call that redneck baptism.
It's a pretty large non-denominational church.
Have you seen those like hardcore like people who get baptized
all the time?
Who get baptized in like in the middle of like flowing rivers?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but you're not dunking me in that.
No,
like,
I'm about to
flowing rivers.
Yeah, like just in the middle of like flowing rivers.
Have you seen
the Black River would be fine. Mississippi River, I'd be like, I ain't going to heaven yet. No, thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you seen the ones where they do like babies, like the priests have babies, and just down there?
Yeah.
And
then I'd be like, good Lord, you're trying to send them off a little early, aren't you, buddy?
The best thing about those videos is the baby's face where it's like,
the baby almost died.
I like. There's one video I've seen where it's like some priest or whatever, and he's like dunking this baby into like a little tank of water. He's like, "Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? Where's the money, you bastard?" And he's like, "Put me under again. I think it's in there somewhere." And he fucking dunks him again, and it's like, how many times you gotta dunk this kid? God damn.
So I have recently...
kid just looks shocked
the whole time. I'm sure it's the same story for everybody, but me and the wife have so many subscriptions now because everything's separated. Well, we recently got Peacock, which is one of the greatest decisions I've ever made.
Yeah, I love Peacock.
I have watched The Office on a loop because I didn't get to watch The Office since it ever left Netflix, and I've been watching it on a loop for about 3 weeks now.
Oh my god!
I finished it twice.
You guys have Paramount?
It's so good.
3 weeks, two times.
You guys have Paramount Plus?
Yes, we do.
You should watch this show called Evil.
Okay.
It's about this. So it starts off this psychologist, and she like does evaluations on people, like if they're crazy or not, like when they stand trial.
That's right up my alley.
And then the first episode that she goes in and is talking to this guy, and this other guy's out in the hall. He walks out of the room first, and she goes past him and walks in, and he has like a crucifix and stuff. And he's like, "Take this, be careful." And so she goes in there, and she's asking him all the normal questions from like psychology and all that. And then she gets up and leaves, and then like she goes back and she like, draws a cross on the table, like in the dust or whatever. And she's like, "What does this mean to you?" And he's like, really quiet or whatever, and like looking at her really intense, like. And then she starts saying like the Our Father, and he jumps up off the table and starts choking her.
Oh.
And like, so it's a show where like supernatural and psychology go together, and it's got 3 seasons. It's super good. I'm in the middle of watching it right now.
I want to get into that.
Super good.
That's right up my alley.
A really good show that only has 2 seasons. I think that could go for a lot more. Is Mindhunter.
Mindhunter is so good.
Yeah.
They
It's
are
on
ruining my
Netflix.
life not adding more to Mindhunter.
It's so fucking good.
And even their portrayal is really good. I've done a lot of deep dives into excuse me,
like true crime and shit.
Yeah, true crime stuff, and like it's very accurate.
Yeah, it takes place in like the 70s and 80s.
Yep.
My boyfriend, who's 51 years old, he's like, "Oh my gosh."
Why'd you have to bring that up?
Because he's old and he's like used to working on.
He was there, bro.
Well, no, he wasn't there.
Oh, he was there.
He was.
He's not that fucking old.
He was in the 70s.
But he's like he'll like watch the episodes and be like very impressed with how like period accurate all the vehicles are.
Yeah.
Like that's what he pays attention to because he's a fucking nerd.
He's like,
But
my grandpa used to drive that.
Actually, yeah.
That was my first car.
But no, Mindhunter.
No,
really
it's
good.
it's really fucking good.
And even the actors are fantastic.
I'm gonna ruin one of the best scenes for you real quick.
I'm
just gonna ruin it. I'm just gonna ruin it for you. So there's a scene where they're down in Georgia, and they got this guy, and they're trying to get him for like I think it's like rape and murder of some like.
Was this season 2?
I think it was
season 2 with the black guy in Atlanta.
No. It was a white dude. I think, and
just get to it, man.
So he kills her with a giant, with a big ass rock, right?
Okay.
Right.
And he moves out of the way at one point in the interview after he's like played nice and shit the whole time. He moves out of the way and reveals this giant fucking rock just sitting right behind him, and the guy goes like dead silent. He's like sweating.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, they got his ass.
They
got his ass right there. They got his ass.
The coolest part about that whole show is that they're just. Are you familiar with the BTK Killer at all?
Yeah.
Somewhat, not a whole lot.
They are his Dennis Rader, and I have.
He was a sick
I
individual.
have normal amount of serial killer knowledge. Well,
Same.
anyway, they have been foreshadowing him since episode 1.
Yeah.
And like the beginning episode is like him sitting on his mom's couch tying knots.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the show.
That
It's
really
like,
weird guy that works for the security company.
He's the BTK killer. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's their foreshadowing was fantastic, but it's just I forget what happened. Like the producers or something decided to like a lot of people are dropping out, but I love Jonathan Groff who plays one of the psychiatrists.
Like, is it the older guy?
Yeah, I know the younger guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you know he's gay.
I did not.
He is the king in Hamilton.
What?
Have you seen Hamilton?
I have not seen Hamilton.
You need Sean.
I'm a gay man
I
who has
love
not seen
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
You would love it. He's the king in Hamilton.
Oh
And he's
my
got
God.
a beautiful singing voice. Jonathan Groff is amazing.
Alex probably knows this. Sean, do you know what the BTK and BTK Killer stands for?
No.
Bind, torture, kill.
Oh, actually,
He killed most of his victims with plastic bags over their heads,
Yep.
and you would tie it around it. Yeah.
I think they get closer to him in the last season.
Yeah. Well, he's
Towards the
end of season 2. He's starting to actually like plan what he's going to do because a lot of what Dennis Rader did, BTK, was unplanned. He would basically
It's like a home invasion at first.
He would stalk. So I can't say it was unplanned because he would stalk, and then as soon as he saw his moment, he would, because he was a he sold ADT, the home security. So he would cut security lines and phone lines and then break in. And his very first victims, the husband who was usually gone at that time, the husband was there. So he ended up killing their whole family. And it's like, and it just got worse from there. But it's BTS fucked up. I could go on and on about stories.
I've seen a new thing. Evan, who's the guy who plays on American Horror Story? The famous guy, Evan.
I've actually never
Peters.
seen American Horror Story.
Evan Peters. Mm-hmm. He's played in other stuff like
I'll look him up.
The Lazarus Effect.
Okay.
He was that guy. He is apparently being cast.
He looks like a creepy motherfucker.
He is being cast as Jeffrey Dahmer in a new Netflix series.
Oh, that would be good.
And a new Netflix series called Monster that goes over Jeffrey Dahmer's life.
My problem is they keep making Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer movies and stuff. It's like the way society is now. Like we are like what's the word?
Glamorizing, glorifying
serial killers.
Yeah,
it's like because who played serial killers? The Ross Lynch dude from Disney Channel and Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Those are our serial killers.
We need to stop making them so attractive because you look at some of the pictures of them and they're just fucking like skinny, dorky dudes.
Give me a documentary all day, but I don't need to see a glamorized version of a serial killer.
I think like Michael Cera would make a better portrayal than Zac fucking Efron.
But for real. Well,
Michael Cera, I think, or it was either Michael Cera or who's the other one that looks just like Michael Cera?
God damn it, what's his name?
He's on Now You See Me.
Yeah, it's Eisenberg.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. I think Jesse Eisenberg played Jeffrey Dahmer in My Friend Dahmer. And the movie.
No, that was Ross Lynch.
Was it Ross? Yeah, was Ross Lynch.
And the Hawkeye from the MCU played Jeffrey
Dahmer and another Dahmer.
In the older movies. So it's like it's just big time actors. Role of a lifetime. I'm a serial killer.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fucked up shit out there. The most crazy serial killer I've ever heard about, and I read a full book on this. I don't read books. Is Israel Keys. And Israel Keys had a thing called kill buckets.
Kill buckets.
Man lived in Alaska, and he would he would bury kill buckets 5 feet into the ground, and it was a 5-gallon bucket with anything he needed, and he had one in every state. Anything he needed to kill somebody. And he was the most unorthodox. He would just get in his car one day. He had no MO. He had no certain victims he was looking for. He would kill anything from children to the elderly. And just, when he wanted to kill, he would just go kill.
That's like Richard Ramirez. He didn't have like a typical...
The Night Stalker.
Yeah, the Night Stalker. He's like, okay, he's my favorite serial killer. Him and Dahmer are like up there because
Bundy,
it just...
bro. Bundy.
See, Bundy was cool, but I just feel like Bundy was just like...
Bundy was cool, guys.
If you're talking in a serial killer sense, like being a serial killer isn't good, people. But when we're talking about
just so we're clear, we don't endorse serial killing.
Yeah. Unless you're eating a bowl of Fruit Loops, but there we go.
I'm saying.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
But no, like, I think Bundy was just like a pissed off guy. Like, he was like, there was like so much.
Very sexually driven.
Yeah.
Dahmer was weird because he was just obsessed with not being alone.
Yeah.
So it's like he had some.
And then Ramirez was just like Satanism was just like his main. Like,
didn't they say Dahmer like drank like
he would eat people?
He ate people, but he was like an alcoholic from like very young.
He would get drunk when he was 12 and up, and he basically his whole theory was he was going to kill people, so he had people that wouldn't leave him. Yeah, because like everyone in his life left him. And so he actually got to the point to where he was, I don't know if you ever heard it, he would drill holes in the skulls
and drip acid in it.
And drip acid in it to try to create
make a zombie.
What's that one movie? This guy's like got like really bad schizophrenia, whatever the fuck it is. He's actually got like a bunch of girls like heads in his freezer. And he thinks he's like dating all of them or something like that.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know what that is.
I don't even remember who the actor that plays this guy is.
Was it fiction? I
think it was fiction. It was fiction.
It was fiction.
It was fiction. I don't remember who played the main character, but it was really fucking good. I don't even remember who I fucking watched it with. It was some female.
Yeah.
But,
Israel Keys is the craziest serial killer I've ever.
Yeah, that sounds fucking crazy.
Read about, and he lived in Alaska. So like he would not only just get rid of the bodies, like multiple times he would just kill the family and set a house fire and then drive back to Alaska. He would just drive to like Kentucky.
That's a lot of fucking driving, man.
Yeah, no, he like got paid for it through his work, like for mileage.
What?
Yeah, so he would just travel the country, kill people, go back home, and like he had a wife and daughter and shit, and like it was
probably working for fucking Comcast.
The way he got caught was he got pulled over. I think it was for speeding or something, and then one of like the officers just happened to like recognize who he was, like from a sketch or something.
Oh, they had a description.
Yeah, and then so he just got pulled over. Then they didn't arrest him there. They followed him back to his hotel room, staked it out for the night. He didn't do anything, but by the end of the night, they had enough to get him. So it was like, it's not an exciting way he got caught, but he did it for a long time. And if you need something creepy to watch tonight, just look up Israel Keys' interview, because Mans just sits, arms crossed, legs up on the table, laughing about all these people.
Oh my god!
The one of the creepiest serial killer documentaries was Chicotelli, Andre Chicotelli.
Oh yeah.
From Russia.
Yes.
That dude was fucked. That dude was messed up.
It's a fucked up shit.
That whole thing. If you have a minute, watch that fucking documentary, because that shit is fucking wild.
I love that we're naming this podcast. What was it?
Ryan's favorite episode.
Ryan's favorite episode, and it went from buttholes to serial killers. So I hope he likes this shit.
There's one channel that I'm subscribed to on YouTube called JCS Criminal Psychology, and it's like in-depth like analyses of different like interviews with like killers and shit like that. And they got like the one like people that have like they've got a guilty until proven innocent. They have one guy that's like obviously guilty, and another guy that's like. Or no, they have another guy, like, both of them are innocent, but they have one guy that's, like, got a criminal history, and he's, like, falsely put in prison for, like, 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
And another guy that's, like, arrested in Canada.
You hear stories about that shit all the time, that people were false in prison, but, the BTK, the whole...
What are you doing?
What? Putting my phone away for a second.
The whole court...
Doesn't that have our...
timestamps?
Yeah.
Yeah. It still will when I pull it out.
On everything that, like, BTK describes his killings in court. So, I mean, like I said, if you need something creepy to watch, either look up Israel Keys' interview or look up BTK's court, because he just, like, in detail goes in and describes like how he killed these things.
It's fucked, man. Also, I watched JCS's video on, like, it's called something about Casey Anthony.
Can we talk about something else?
Why?
I haven't spoken in like 15 minutes.
That's true. What's up, man? Oh, hey, I went to court today.
Yeah, nice. Am I going to get my fucking money back? I don't think they know this. Sean got arrested again.
I sure did.
Yeah, they talked about it. It was the Junith.
It was the Junith?
Yeah.
One dumb motherfucker.
Alex acts like he's surprised. Alex, you haven't heard of this?
The Junith?
The Junith?
Oh, I heard the whole story in the last episode.
Okay, alright, so...
Was there another time you've been arrested?
No. This is the...
In the last week?
No. I'm just making sure. So, went to court today, got all that shit taken care of. I thought it was going to be some big fucking ordeal. I thought they would be like, well, you're fucked if you plead guilty. And I would have to be like, oh shit, well, here's some papers. You know, and I would have given them like my registration for the motor vehicle I'm currently driving. And hopefully had the charges adjusted or dropped or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then...
Didn't we go over all this in the last episode?
No, this is all new. And then if that happened, they would have been like, well, why is it registered in a Daniel in this other guy's name? I'd be like, well, here's my insurance showing I'm on the policy for this vehicle, so you know I'm driving it. Like, it's mine. It's not like I just stole this random dude's registration paperwork.
Random dude, that's Pussycat.
That's Pussycat. Right, but they don't know that.
Cops need to know about Pussycat.
Cops need to know all
you
about
don't
Pussycat.
know Pussycat?
Oh, you don't know?
You haven't heard of
you-
Pussycat?
Oh, your man doesn't build you a car?
That's a good man. I wish Kate built me a car.
That'd be pretty fucking sick.
That would be.
Built you a cruise that was actually cool.
Although I feel very emasculine if she built me a car, so I bet she better not. Although she could probably do it better than I could.
If she built you a
Her
Volkswagen
dad
Mustang,
probably
I'd be
could.
like, yo, you want to...
100%.
Anyway, so I was concerned that it would be like, well, why is someone else on this? Why is this registered in someone else's name? And I'd have to show them like my insurance. What I didn't realize until I was sitting there in that courtroom was my insurance policy doesn't start until September 29th.
Sean. It's August.
I know it's August.
That's not.
That's why I was shitting bricks, but I got up there, and they were just like, Sean Wilson, you're charged with... They read off my charge, which was I failed to register a motor vehicle
Now,
in April 21.
So why didn't your insurance take effect until next month? Because isn't it a right-of-way sort of deal? Don't you get like temporary insurance until...
Well, he pays his insurance in like blocks, right? So I don't...
It's every 6 months.
It's every
right?
6 months, I think.
I believe so.
So it's like $300 something for 6 months. So the
Right.
insurance is actually super cheap,
Right.
which is great because it's full coverage insurance. It's dope. But it doesn't. What's not dope is it doesn't take effect until September. So I'm going to drive a little slower.
Yep. Smart.
I'm going to drive a little slower, which I haven't been speeding too much. But anyway, so I was shitting bricks the whole time. And then I get up there and they read me my charge, and they were like, "It's a no what do they call it? It's a no point offense." And I was like, "Oh, wow,
Goodness.
I'm guilty, Your Honor, I'm guilty." You know?
Take me now.
No. It was a no point offense, which meant like the bond would apply to the full cash amount owed, for court fees and everything, and it wouldn't affect me in any fucking way. So I walked out of there. They didn't ask for any fucking paperwork from me.
That's good.
Yeah, it's real fucking good. It didn't raise any questions whatsoever. I thought about talking to the prosecutor beforehand, but I'm glad I didn't. Because it would have been really awkward having to come out in front of a whole fucking courtroom being like, so my boyfriend registered the vehicle, you see, and sir, I'm seeing that his birth date is 1970. Yes, that's correct. He's 51 years old.
My boyfriend could be my father.
Just fucking dab hard enough
Anyway.
to touch my foot with my elbow.
We hit the hour mark. Dylan, you want to throw a shameless plug in there before we have to go save some helpless ladies?
Save some damsels in distress.
I ain't helping them. Yo, TikTok.
TikTok.
Bucket old milk _ Sean, you literally don't know any of our ats, so don't try. Twitter's at Bucket O Milk, also _ I believe. YouTube, Bucket O Milk, crazy. No underscore there.
Yo.
True.
Video coming soon. Wow.
Wow.
Like,
to
subscribe.
the podcast. Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Become a drop in the bucket today.
That's what I like to fucking hear.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
Let's go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.